Hello guys, Charge Stream here bringing you another video. We're going to jump right into it. We got some more Pokemon news. So first things first, I might have forgotten a couple things over the weeks. Again, obviously the main one from a long time ago about the girl holding up the Pokeball in her hand in the 21st movie. I don't have the thing pulled up right now. Let me see if I can find it. Bam, right here. Found it that fast. So she holds up the Pokeball in the movie, showing that this is a reference to the Pokemon 21st movie from Ash in the poster. And that really signifies more about Eevee being with her in the Pokeball and how it could turn to a flying type Eevee with this wind festival and all that stuff supposed to be happening inside the movie and in that town. I forgot what the name of the town is now, but anyway, back to what we were looking at, which is more recent news. So here we have the job listings for the Pokemon Company, and they wanted translators, location editors. That's not location. Oh my goodness. Localization editors, localization associate, and editor VG, which means visual. What is it? Visual. Ugh. It's visual graphics something. I know what it is, but it's supposed to be like people that do like posters and all, and they do posters, trailers, all that stuff, advertising, stuff like that for the Pokemon Company, things like that. So if we look at this up close, I'm gonna try to pull this in up close with my finger because I don't feel like doing it by the. So translate everything necessary for the localization team of the computer games, including the in-game manuals and strategy guides and etc. So that's what they need the translators for. Responsibilities will also include completion of various side tasks, for example of a website translation. So like they have this trend now where they like every time they get a new game, they post a new website for the when they show off the information and stuff like that. So like the Sun and Moon website they had for Ultra Sun and Moon as well, they just updated it to show you what the more details you can learn about the Pokemon, when the event's coming out for that Pokemon, if they have an event like for a certain Pokemon or something like that. The in-game text and manual strategy guides for the video games and a website translation. So that's pretty much it of that. 5 months later, then they needed these guys. The local, I know what I said the first time, but these guys right here, they use them to translate from to different languages as well. They tend to member of editing team, works closely with the other editors, translators, and project coordinators on all editorial facets of the video games and related materials, video game strategy guide, and video game websites. So they work with translators, strategy guides. The website translates in 6 months fixed term contract with is anticipated to commence between April and June 2018. So they help them even further. 9 days later, so they're moving down the lane right here. And getting later and later, so where it's getting done with the game. The tech team basically responsible for particular development of marketing activity, day-to-day tasks, digital production, assess and management, knowledge of base creation and protect coordination. Support, which are all related to the organization's video game products, in-game screenshots, which we've seen lots of it for Sun and Moon, video creation, DLC data preparation testing. So they're trying to do DLC for this game as well, the Switch game. So this was posted on Pixelpar. He's very credible. So usually this is not a game. They're really trying to make sure this game is perfect. Video game hardware, software management, ability to work under pressure with tight deadlines, shift schedules, and while paying attention to details. Yeah, so they want you to be focused, even if you're like stressful about getting that game out. They like gotta try to rush it out the door, you know, probably at the end, maybe just in case something like that might have to happen. But they're gonna try to make sure they meet the deadline, so they probably won't have to rush. But they're having someone there as a tech team to say, okay, what do we need to cut to bring this game out? So they can have someone to say, this is what we have to cut in order to make the deadline. So sometimes in video games, you have to do that. 4 weeks later, you have the manager, or the editor VG, contribute to all the editorial facets of the video games and related materials, editing and proofreading, and game text, strategy guides, manuals, press releases, marketing materials. So going over that text, making sure everything's word by word right. Don't want any of those typos in the game, you know. Even those typos are funny, but let's be honest, you don't want to see that in your professional work. You want people to love your game. But I mean, it is kind of funny if you do put one little typo in there. But you, as a game company, you don't want to really do that. If you try not to do that, but if one slide by, I guess you're okay. But that's why you have testing, play testing, participating, Q&A process, implementing changes, attending progress meetings and creative development meetings with localization professionals, trying to make sure everything's in order, experience within the environment of rigid deadlines, compressed schedules, operate at a level to do what it takes to get the job done. So which means whatever it takes to get the game out there, that's what they got to do. Also, we have the Pokemon company also coming in, having these different things on their website that they were hiring for. Some of them are not there anymore, so I'm going to also link Ruffle Rowlett's YouTube video that he made about this same thing, because some of the jobs are missing off of here that are not here anymore, not on this page anyway. I'm talking about this is a actual American website, so this is a real website, and they have jobs you can get here for the Pokemon company. You see theirs right there. Just make that clear for you. Right there, Pokemon company position summary, 2 to 4 years translation experience, all that stuff, education, trying to make sure they get those people in the door. They probably already hired them by now, by the time I made this video, because this was actually up, I believe, 2 days ago, or 2 or 1 days ago, but some of the jobs off of here are missing, and they probably already hired some people already. So they got the project architect on here, the coordinator, media specialist, Nintendo of America. They have the software test engineer, Nintendo of America, 3DS family, Wii U, all that stuff. Toy designer, probably for the line of toys that they have. Game designer, yeah. So they still do have some of that stuff on there. Oh, receptionist for the Pokemon company. 2 years of knowledge. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? Even a receptionist on here. My goodness. Pokemon Company International, guys. Look at that. So yeah, they really a Pokemon Go coordinator, but this is under mostly Niantic. So you can see that right there, Niantic, San Francisco. So yeah, They have stuff on here for sure, but still. And then they still hire for some of those things. And then they have this that came out not too long ago. Paul Ryanton, Evie twice LOL, because as you can see here in the picture, there are two Eevees here. One is in the merchandise of the Ultra Beast here. And of course, there's one Beware right here, I guess because of the anime, I don't know. And then you have, I guess, some more merchandise coming. And they have all the Pokemon from the 21st movie here. And then, because this is Ash's Pikachu, of course, the Lugia is going to be in the movie. The Eevee that the girl has, of course, that could turn into an evolution. We have these Pokemon that the other characters themselves at the end of the trailer had. But these down here are from the actual Pokemon 20th movie, where we saw Marshadow and the boy that was with Ash and the girl that was with Ash. There's their Pokemon, the Piplup and the Lucario. The Dust form Lycanroc there, and the Incineroar from the Cross. I can't believe I remember his name, but I guess because he had, of course, cross hair. The Butterfree, because of Ash releasing his Butterfree in this movie as well as a throwback. The Ho-Ho at the beginning as a throwback to the beginning as well, because that was, of course, the movie is based off the first episode of the Pokemon 20th anniversary. And then you had the Ash Cat Pikachu, of course, that happened at the end of the movie. And then Charizard was, of course, a part of Ash's team at one point in the first series of his first adventures in Kanto. So yeah, that disobedient Charizard there. But other than that, all those throwbacks, and then got a couple of movie references there. So also we have this Italian translator. Now I found this out today. Apparently there's supposed to be this Italian translator that I guess really, well, this doesn't show on 4chan anymore right there. That there was actually some here, but I think it's gone now. But 4chan stuff tends to go off pretty quickly, but this right here is from the Italian translator. Now, he showed off this picture here. So apparently this is supposed to be telling us what the region of the game and what could be the plot and all that stuff about the game itself. This is a really weird picture. I wouldn't 100% say this is true, because I don't know this Italian no one has been able to debunk this man's theory on this so-called thing he has with this region that he in the plot. That I don't know idea where he got this idea from, but people are saying that he got it from this one city that started with an S. I don't even remember the name of it now. But this plot is supposed to be based off this boy that's in the jungle. It's Silverman, I think that's the name of the boy. He follows you. He's supposed to be manipulated by these people that want to bring you into the city. They want to move everybody that's from this land, this sacred land, into this city, and they don't know this life. And there's supposed to be some movie that's also like that as well, which I think is right here. And they're supposed to it's supposed to be like that same similar idea. They're supposed to bring the people over into the city and make them brainwash them in some type of way. the good snake is supposed to be, and the bad snake is supposed to be needs or for rare Pokemon eggs, contribute, strengthen perfection, collects the light to ensure nutrients for the abyssal creatures, corroborate the spirit perfection. I have no personification. I'm sorry, personification. I have no idea what this means. Turbo is supposed to boost the stats of weaker Pokemon. I'm assuming there's something that's supposed to be some similar along the lines as the totem Pokemon we have so far. Just boost the stats in the beginning of battle. Some new thing we have in the game supposed to be. You have the airport in this region, and we're supposed to be going between the United States and this sacred land. Apparently, we have the statue representing the ancient civilization that was once on this sacred land. That's why they worship it. I don't know. This is just a lot. It really bothers me because it's so unreal. It's it's like something someone made up, which I don't like. I mean, anybody can make up a good idea. Plus, they saying that these two right here are supposed to be a rock type and flying type Eevee we're supposed to be getting in the game. That's what these supposed to represent. That's why the Eevees are there. But I really don't understand that. I don't understand why the Hills Have Eyes have anything to do with this, but I don't understand any of this, really. Take this all with a grain of salt. That's all I'm saying. Hope you are all enjoying a few weeks of sharing some regarding scripts, information from the team, my team. I promise to hear back only in the case of a few more details. This guy is supposed to be Italian, but someone translated it. Surprisingly, the new script to calculate expected earlier. Know for sure that the team's got a second document during the first week of March, while we still have to wait a little bit longer. Now, I'll be honest, I have the amount of info is now quite big and tend to entire too much detail. The only things I will share with you are the following. There is an airport, turbo mechanics stats to boost Pokemon, Snake Brothers bad one good, vice versa. Evil team building a huge town to attract people from the villages, like I said. Best wishes, game announces details. I'll be back after games announce more details relating what it will be shown. Just remember Snake's Big Island. You'll know the genuine best wishes, guys. So, on top of that, he also had this post as well. I don't honestly know what this means. I really don't. And I have it up here twice. I really don't need it twice. I think this is the same thing. It really is. I think I just got 2 pages of the same thing. But I don't know. I really don't think this just it blows my mind because it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And the fact that is that because of the job thing, this is now a thing because Team ID, Translation ID, select the submission method, Regional Project Manager ID, the Team ID leader, the company main line, team leader phone number, select the submission files. If anyone can debunk this, let me know, please. Japanese to French, Japanese to German, Japanese to... This is how they do it for jobs. When they translate, I'm not a robot. Usually they do that for jobs as well. Submission form. I really... he's saying basically, Pokemon U, just call me with the number, real number. I know when it's you. I guess it's supposed to be Project, whatever the Switch game is. They're covering it up. But I man, just data explain in here. I really don't know. Just take this with a grain of salt until we know it's confirmed. But if you can debunk this, let me know. Hey guys, probably remember previous threads beginning of the week submission deadline. Logged in a project interface element. Trick suspicion spaces in the header. One of them was broken to name Pokemon You and Pokemon Me. I don't know if that's claiming those titles of the game or can be code names, interface design, absorbed elements, or link to a future facility or for translators. So it could be like a. He's saying it's basically encrypt the database for official names as it happened already for Ultra Sun and Moon. So it could be, it could be something that they just put in the database, or it could be something as a code name close to the real names, or it could be the actual names. That's what he could say. But I just don't trust that. I really don't. I mean, I could leave all this links to stuff. I mean, for you guys, but I mean, you've seen it all. I mean, what's more there to see, really? These are the earlier threads, I guess, it's supposed to be, but other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all I got so far. I mean, I went over everything I could possibly. I mean, if anything else comes out, I mean, I'll make another video, obviously. But let me know what you guys think about all this information. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.